Hello everybody, welcome to the Crochet Lovers Crochet Podcast, episode number 63. Hi, I'm Amelia, nice to meet you guys if you're new here, and hello if you're a returning viewer. I have been so excited waiting to make this episode all week long, just because I have been very business focused minded this week. As some of you guys may know, I am a college student. I'm going back the 11th of January, and school is a full-time job on its own, so if I have any time at all to crochet, I'll be extremely lucky to even do that. Mind you, do anything else business related, so it's very inconvenient because I love doing this. It's something that I look forward to doing, and that kind of being pulled away from me for school is very inconvenient and unfortunate, but if I'm able to work around it, I will, and I found a way to kind of be able to do that. So I do want to let you guys know, because I want to be like a transparent here. I do have all my Wednesday videos scheduled up to the 23rd of February, I think, will be scheduled ahead of time. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. So if I stop with the podcast, my Wednesday videos keep coming. And you're like, why is she doing the Wednesday videos, not the podcast? That's why. I have a lot of fun coming up with ideas for the Wednesday videos. I'm doing a lot of crochet with me's, hat not hate materials. I have something really exciting coming up for that, and I'm super excited to share that with you. I have been working extremely hard, and I just can't wait for you all to see that. I have been writing blog posts that are being scheduled, and of course with the blog posts comes, like the sharing on social media that, hey, I wrote the blog post. So it's just trying to come up with the whole process, trying to think it through. Even though some people may hate it, I actually find it really intriguing, because it's like, okay, so I did this, now I have to do this. And I'm not doing this for follows or for likes or anything like that. I'm doing this because I find joy in it. And I don't know, that's all. I'm just gonna leave that there. So I'm gonna show you guys my 2020 temperature blanket now. I have been working like crazy on it, just because I believe one of my goals last episode was to finish the main body of it, and I was so close. I'm 2 squares away. How crazy is that? Considering that 3 weeks ago I was still in August, and now I'm in December. I mean, it's crazy. I know for a fact I want to finish the blanket before I go back to school. So I can guarantee for a fact, like actually guarantee this time. I think I said that last time, but I mean it this time, that the body will be finished but by next podcast. And I'm gonna try to have a podcast this coming Sunday, but I haven't even been to school yet, and my schedule's already insane for this week. So we will see what happens. And but yeah, so I'm just gonna show it to you. I know, so I'm gonna first hold it up, and then we will go from there. Because otherwise it might seem just like a bunch of squares, and it can be like, Amelia, what are you talking about? It just looks crazy. Because from an outsider's perspective, yeah, it probably does look crazy. Before I get started, a little backstory for those who are new here. I started this blanket in 2020. This is a temperature blanket. For those who don't know what a temperature blanket is, quick brief through. Hey, sorry, there's something on my screen. A temperature blanket is something that you knit, crochet, and I've even seen some people do it with like cross stitch, but they do instead of calling it a temperature blanket, they do a temperature stitch, and each day they add a stitch to their design that they're doing. But the big point of it is that each color is associated to a temperature range, and that day obviously has a temperature to it, and they color, or they do their blanket and that stitch with the color according to the temperature. That's the big point of it. So I've seen some people do it with tons of colors so that it's very detailed, very colorful, very in depth. I have seen some people just do it very plain, so like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 0, 100. I think, this is gonna sound bad, but I don't remember what I did. I made this chart back in 2020. I think I did it by fives. Because I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. I stopped working on this blanket back in 2020, right around when COVID hit, and that was kind of when I just stopped in general. And at the end of the year, I went to a website called AccuWeather, and I wrote down all of the dates from where I left off at, and it was great because everything was there. They archived the temperatures, and I thank my past self constantly because I actually wrote down what color yarn I needed to, and I had like 4 pages of temperatures I need to go through, and I'm on my last one. And it's great because I even have like the months on there too. And then as I've been going, I've been charting it off, and I even like charted it so like this is a week, and then the stuff in blue is what I've been doing. So like right now you can tell I am on December 18th. I'm about to start a new square. So that's how I've been doing that, in case you're wondering, like, how is she getting these temperatures from 2020? I'm gonna show you the blanket. And I've been keeping it in this bag. Obviously there's a lot of colors to it, and there's even more colors that aren't in this bag. And I'm not doing this bag the way I'm supposed to do it, because you're supposed to like pull it through here. Just because there's so many yarns to it, and some of them are even in balls, it's just easier for me to just grab it out. And just for me to store yarn. And there's like a big pocket back here that I used to store the blanket in, but now the blanket's too big, and I broke the zipper because of that. But now it just stores more yarn for the blanket. Okay, here it is. Oh, and before I do that, a square is a week, a row is a day, starting in the middle. My popcorn bucket. I was trying to move my chair. Christmas sales, guys. Everyone should get it. Okay. This is January 1st. To make sure I'm holding it high enough. Then over here. And then, let me fold this down even more so you can see the bottom. So since the last time you've seen me, I have done this whole row down here, and these 4 at the bottom. And then I want to say one of these ones, either this one or this one. So I have done quite a lot. But yeah. So this is my temperature blanket so far. I was confused at first because this was starting to look like the beginning of the blanket. I didn't sure if it folds over, but that was that part. And then I have to do 2 more squares right here. 2 or 3 to cover it off, and then the blanket, the main body of the blanket will be done. So I know that looks kind of crazy, but I wanted to be able to show you it. Yeah. So you might have noticed that there were some pieces missing in the corner, like right here, for instance. And this part, I am going to be doing, kind of like, it's just going to be rows, but in each row I'm going to be doing the temperature from like cool to hot. That way you can reference it for the blanket. I think that'll be really exciting. And then I'm going to do 4 of those, 1 for each corner. And then I have to do, I don't have to, I'm going to, a big banner at the top, a big banner at the bottom. I'm thinking of maybe in white. When I envision it, it's white. I don't really want to do white though. I think I might do light blue. Just because light blue is kind of everywhere in the blanket. I feel like light blue would look good. And embroider, or not embroider, do like the chain, slip stitch chain embroidery, crochet thing. That says like 2020 year, and then like my city that I'm in. And then at the bottom, I haven't decided what I'm going to do for what, but because this is ironically of 2020, one of the worst years ever, I want to have some sort of like, I don't want to say inappropriate, but like some sort of like bad joke to it. Maybe I might do like a toilet paper roll in one corner and then like a needle or something in the other, like a germ. Just something that shows 2020 was the worst year ever. I need to plan that better. I've mainly just been trying to focus on getting the main body done. After I do that, then I'll be able to design more into that. But I just thought that was really exciting how I was able to get that far into it, because looking back, I was able to finish my 2017 calendar blanket. I am getting very close to my 2020 temperature blanket, both which I thought were just gonna be sitting there for a while. I'm just excited that I'm actually getting work done. I do have my 2023 goals videos coming up this week. And then spoiler, but not so much a spoiler alert. One of my main goals is that I didn't really write down. I just want to use up my yarn. I feel like everyone has this goal, but like I in particular am so bad about that. For instance, I ran out of my main mint color, like this mint color right here. I'm gonna move my keyboard 1 second. That wouldn't have ended well if I started clicking things to my blanket. I ran out of this mint color. I have 2 mints. I have a more green mint. I don't know what it is. I have a more green mint, and then I have a bluer mint. I ran out of this bluer mint color, and I was like, oh shoot. And then so I messaged my friend who stopped crocheting. She's the one who actually taught me how to crochet, and I was like, hey, before I buy yarn, I looked through my stash. I don't have anything. Can you do me a big favor and look through your stash and see if you have this color? It's like I'm losing my voice. And we'll go from there. That way we're like using up the yarn that we have instead of buying new yarn. And she looked, and she didn't have the exact yarn I was looking for. I didn't have the exact yarn I was looking for. She found something really close. And I was just gonna wait to use that, but I was like, I really want to be able to finish this blanket before I go back to school, and I don't think I'll be able to see her before I go back to school. So I looked through my scraps in particular, and I was like, this isn't the color I really need, but it'll work. So which is where you see this color isn't gonna, I have windows open. It's more of like a darker blue compared to the mint that I need. This is the mint that I need, this is the color I have, but it works. And there were certain parts where I had to do this too, and I was like, you know, why should I buy a new yarn for this mint color when for this like pink alpaca yarn color from Hobby Lobby, which I wouldn't be able to find anywhere else, which by the way I didn't find a new yarn for, I ended up just having to use a similar color for. Like, why would I have to do, like, why would I go out of my way to buy a yarn? And then I ended up doing something similar over here for, hi Jolene, for, that's my dog, for this like mossy green color. This is the back, so that's where there's yarns everywhere, which I ended up just replacing for this green. So yeah, like I was like, why would I even think about that? Just like use up my yarn. One second, I'm gonna go let my dog in. Okay, guys, this is Jolene. Say hi. She might fall asleep. She might want to come down. She's looking very tired right now. Our mom just left, so I'm her new favorite person. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about temperature blanket and talk about something else. Hat Not Hate. I was able to make quite a few hats. Yeah. So let's find out how many hats I made exactly, because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of stopped counting. I have 1. There's long tails, by the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. And I guess I made a 7th hat as well, but this one I think is a little bit too big to be considered Hat Not Hate. So I made 7 hats, but I don't think I'm gonna donate this one. So there's a story behind every one, so I'm gonna go through the story very quickly. This one right here, I was trying to design a pattern for, and I think I just increased too much. It's loose on me. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I'm not gonna donate this. I'm probably just gonna save this for a rainy day, or a photo shoot, or whatever the case is. But yeah. And then there's this one. Which, these two right here, I started the main, like up to right here, I started on this one, up to right here, I started on this one. And I was able to finish both of them. I did a crochet with me, how much can I crochet in an hour type thing. And I was able to do all 3 of these actually. I had to finish this one off, I think. I don't remember the exact order of it, but yeah, these are my crochet with me in an hour projects, and that video is coming up in February. But yes, and I found out I like doing this new little pattern I did. I'm in the midst of creating an actual pattern for it. It's gonna be free. I'm not gonna do a official pattern test or anything. I'm just gonna write it up. If there's errors, I apologize, but you get the gist of it type thing. I'll double crochet, single crochet, bobble, single crochet, a row double crochet to end it off with. So you'll find that a theme. Did this one like that. This one, I made the band for it in the summer, and then all I had to do was just add the main body to it. I did this one, and then this one I found in my finished hats, which was way too short. I think I just added it there by mistake because I ran out of yarn, because the tail for the blue was way too long than I normally make my tails for Hat Not Hate. So yeah, when I do Hat Not Hate, I normally make my tails very long because I sew it in, and then that excess yarn for the tail I use for the fiber tags. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4. I now have 10 hats that I will be donating, and it's just making me happy. Okay, just gonna put that there, put that on top of it, call it good. And I think I'm in the middle of actually creating another hat. I started this thing where I don't really have project bags out. I normally I'm working on a project. That's my project. So that's why I normally I forget to work on Hat Not Hate, because I keep all of the Hat Not Hate yarn in my closet. So now that I have it out, I'm more able to work on it. Especially in the little cakes, it just makes it so much more easier. So I'm in the middle of creating another hat right now. And then I have these in here. It's just scraps, which makes it easier for me to do the border with. So yep, that's that. And then my last thing that I wanted to show you guys, look at Jolene in the background. One of my goals for 2023, which you don't know about yet, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. I wanted to make these little bookmarks to be able to donate to my public library. And especially like in the kids section, package them up all nicely. And then I'll explain them more in the video, but that's kind of the whole idea of it. And that's what they look like. They're long enough to go in a book. This sticks out. And then I obviously need to sew on my ends, but I was able to make 2 of them. And my original idea was to, what was it? Oh, it was to hide them around like the bookshelves in the kids section. Then I had the thought that I was like, you know, what if one kid sees one and then it was like, oh, there's another one over here, let's take it. So if I ask, I need to still like confirm that they can do this, but I was wondering if like sorry, I'm distracted by Jolene. If she is my best friend. If the librarian could hand them out at their checkout, and everything. And then I'm in the middle of creating one. So these go by very, very fast. I'm sure there's a tutorial out there, but I wouldn't mind making one. But yeah. And I've just been using my scrap yarn. For instance, this one is Super Saver Pooler in the color Hot. Pooling. But yeah. So that's all I've been doing. This is a 4.5 millimeter hook. The hats were 5.5 and the blanket is 4.5. Okay, I have been talking way too long. I need to drink my coffee and snuggle with my dog. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.